Hello, I'm Mr. Bernard, and I'm going to take you through computer studies grade 7. So for grade 7 learners, please, you can subscribe to my channel. Just search for Mr. Bernard. You can find at least some knowledge on computer. We can move together as we try to know more about computers. Okay, so today we are going to talk about the definition of terms, which is our first lesson, the definition of terms. So the first term we are going to define right away is computer. What is a computer? Okay, a computer is simply an electronic device that converts data into information. So it's an electronic device that converts data into information. So we are also going to learn what data is and also what information is. So by the end of the day, you'll be able to know how a computer works and what data is, also what information is. But we have to look at the second definition. For us to understand the concept of a computer, we have to look at the another definition of a computer. So it's just a device that accepts data, processes the data, and gives out the output. You should know that a computer has got input devices, it has got storage devices, it has got the processing device, and also has the output devices. So it's just an electronic device that accepts data. So the data is being inputted by the user. Then processing is done by the CPU or the central processing unit. Then it gives out the output in form of information. Information is just a meaningful information, meaningful data to the user. Apart from that, we can also see that a computer is just a collection of hardware and software. Hardware are the physical parts of a computer, while software are the installed programs, installed applications inside a computer. For example, you have the web browsers, etc. But we shall look at hardware and software in another lesson. But for today, you just have to understand that a computer is a collection of hardware and software that work together as a system to make sure that the user gets what he or she wants. Okay, apart from that, we are going also to look at what data is and also what information is. For us to understand the whole concept of a computer, we have to know what data is, also what information is. So what is data? Data is just raw facts such as numbers, letters, symbols, images, etc. So these are just some letters or those things that you key in onto your computer using your input devices. Those are what you call data. What about information? Information is just the processed data that is meaningful to the user. So this is information that has been retrieved from a computer. So it's very, very meaningful to the user. Because why? Because it has gone through the processing inside a computer or using the processing devices of a computer, which is just the CPU. We also call it the brain of the computer. So after it has been processed, we get what you call information, which is now meaningful to the user. Apart from that, we are also going to look at three different things. What we call booting. Booting is just the general process that makes a computer ready for use. You should know that when you power on your computer, we have the post power on self test. Post power on self test. This is just a test that provides general information on the working of your computer. Your previous when you previously used your computer, how generally did you use it and everything else. So it just tries to provide general information on how your computer is working. So booting is just the general process that makes a computer ready for use. I've been talking about post, and maybe you are wondering how to relate post and booting. So post provides information, what you call through the booting process. It just provides information on how your computer is working, and you can carry out booting to make sure that your computer is ready for use. Okay, definition, I think number 5, what you call the desktop. So the desktop is just the last screen after you turn on a computer that shows that a computer is ready for use. The last screen after you turn on the computer that shows that the computer is ready for use. So after you turn on your computer, then you put the password, so there is a screen that appears. That's what's called the desktop. So on the desktop you have different applications, different folders. You have also the taskbar and more and many others. But what we are going to know today, or for today, we just have to know what a desktop is. So this is just the last screen after you turn on a computer that shows that the computer is ready for use. You can now open any folder you want. You can now access any application you want to access. Apart from that, we also have what we call icons. These are just small applications, folders, etc. on the desktop of the computer. So on the desktop of the computer, on the screen of your computer, we have some small applications, some folders that are present on that screen. That's what we call the icons. So these are just small applications, folders, and on the desktop of your computer. Now, having learned about some definition, just a few definitions in computer, now how about to look at some questions? So now it's question time. What is a computer? What is a computer? You should be able to ask yourself what is a computer, or by the end of this lesson you should be able to know what a computer is. So we just say that a computer is an electronic device that converts data into information, and data is just the raw facts and information is just the processed data. It's also a device that accepts data, processes the data, and gives out the output, and it's also a collection of hardware, and software. Apart from that, between data and information, question number 2, between data and information, identify the input and the output. So we are supposed to know which one, between data and information, which one are we going to input and which one are we going to output, which one are we going to retrieve. So realize that data is just the raw facts such as numbers, letters, symbols, images that we input into the computer for processing before accessing the information which we will retrieve. So the data is the input and information is the output. Number 3, what do we mean by booting up a computer? What do we mean by booting up a computer? So this is just the general process that makes a computer ready for use. You want to make your computer ready for use. General process that makes the computer ready for use. That's what we mean by booting. What do we call the last screen after turning on a computer? The last screen. The last screen after you turn on your computer, then you put your password. What's the last screen you see? What do we call it? That's just the desktop. And on the desktop we have some icons, and I also talked about the some applications, and we also have icons are just applications and small folders, but we also have the taskbar on the desktop. So up to there, I just want to ask you guys to subscribe to my channel, and also share, comment, and wait up for the next lesson. Please be in touch. Thank you.